Do I introduce this one or do you?
Can you do this one? Because I'm so nervous right now. I watched you.
Nervous?
I'm nervous because this is one of the guests we had that I have watched you before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Ever since Buzzfeed, I don't know
Wow.
if you. Yeah, when you did
my God.
you were on one of them. I just remember seeing you and I was like, oh, she's leaving Buzzfeed now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is true. I have been inviting a lot of guests that is brand new to Lisa, and so she does all this research and
cool.
stuff. So this is the
Yeah.
first person you recognize?
Yeah, this is one of the first people. Well, besides Bella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think all the girls I just recognize immediately. Yeah.
I'm getting nervous. Oh my God, I'm an empath. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Press Escape. Happy 2025. It's the new year.
Yay.
I think this episode comes out in the New Year's. We have a very special guest today, like we always do. A very special guest. We have Michelle. I was gonna ask you how to pronounce your last name.
Khare, I think. Khare?
Khare, yeah.
Khare,
Yeah.
Khare.
So it's not Khare.
Right.
Oh my gosh, because I Googled how to pronounce Michelle's last name, and there was a YouTube video of you talking about it, but I wasn't able to watch it in time.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, okay, so it's Michelle Khare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Khare.
If you don't know who she is an incredible YouTuber that has done, that's known for your
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
you try a bunch of stuff. And then like the title is like, I try skydiving. I try to be in the army and stuff like that, which is insane.
You were also a host on HBO Max's Karma, right?
I was.
Yeah.
She did her research.
I
Dude,
did so much research. It's fucking insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We are complete opposites. And so she has like documents and bullet points and
What?
stuff.
I do.
And I'm kind of like just winging it.
Wow.
No, but you're so valuable. Like you bring the vibes, entertainment.
Yeah,
It's the
I smile
Capricorn
away.
Taurus energy.
Oh my God, you know what Taurus? That's crazy.
Yeah, of course.
God.
See, I do my research too.
What are you?
I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo? Oh my gosh, you're wearing red. You're such a fire sign.
Oh my gosh, such a Leo.
I know.
Well, this episode will probably come out around your birthday.
Yes.
Capricorn season. Wait, actually.
You know my birthday.
Okay, yeah. My birthday is January 8th, so is Mika's. We have the same birthday, but yeah, the new year, it's my favorite time of the year. I just love New Year because it feels like a fresh start.
It
The
does.
start to you get to make goals and resolutions and stuff.
I'm excited for that.
Oh my God, what are your guys' resolutions?
Wow. Resolutions. Can I be so like nerdy and honest with you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So every year for the past, I want to say 9 years, I make like a 20-page document that's this giant chart of every aspect of my life and like
20
quarterly
page,
goals.
20
Yeah, it's like 15, 20 pages. I'm
That
crazy though.
is-
So you're super organized.
I love
I like
that.
Google Calendar. I'm one of those people.
Oh, you're so type A.
I wish I liked
Oh, she loves Milanote, Asana, Figma, Notion. She has everything under the belt. Oh, I love that.
But I think like overall, you know, obviously they're like metric goals.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can relate with your business,
Yeah.
with streaming and whatnot. There are those, but I think like qualitatively, I just really want to be making stuff I love and that I enjoy doing. And I think that's like honestly the biggest blessing of Challenge Accepted is each episode is such a beautiful life experience for me. And I really just want to like keep carving into that. And like every upload is something I'm like, damn, I'm super proud of that.
Yeah, it's like it's a win-win because you're trying something new, totally out of your comfort zone, but also it's entirely entertaining. It also brings awareness to a lot of this stuff that people might not get to see behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, I'm so curious. Like, which ones were your favorite? Which ones are you looking forward to filming? Like,
Yeah.
is there one where you just like genuinely didn't want to do, but you did it because like it would be really good content?
Wow. You know, honestly, I think one that really stands out to me from this year was, so I did this episode where I attempted Harry Houdini's deadliest magic trick, which is an underwater upside down handcuff escape.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's literally called, he called it the water torture cell. And I mean, pursuing this project was so crazy because we had to fabricate this thing. I had to train with a bunch of people. And in fact, actually, okay, there was something crazy that didn't make the video. Can I tell you guys?
Yeah. Say it.
Okay, so when we were going forward to do this video, there aren't many people in the world who know how to do something like this, right? Like it's such a
Yeah.
bizarre thing to learn how to do. And this didn't make the video, but there was a segment where we were like talking with a couple different magicians who were going to train me. And we got like to the 1 yard line of getting to shoot this video, and they refused to sign a contract with us, like a safety contract. So I called my lawyer. I'm like, what's going on? We're so close to signing this. And she's like, well, they have an issue with one clause. And it was the clause that said they would not willingly try to kill me.
Oh my God, not willingly try to
I was
kill
like, wait, why is this the issue of signing this? Because it's a really dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they wouldn't agree to not willingly try to kill me, but that was weird. So we stopped altogether, and then we ended up having to like hire a designer engineer. We brought in Mark Rober to fabricate a custom tank.
Oh
so
my God.
So we ended up like moving on and working with other magicians who were fabulous. And I got to work with Steve Brown, who was from the Avatar stunt team. Like he taught Kate Winslet how to like hold her breath for 7 minutes. So then I kind of went on this journey of learning how to do the same. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my God, that's insane. So how do you typically mentally prep yourself for when you do
it's terrifying.
That sounds terrifying. And it sounds like you need to have like a strong mental fortitude in order to go out and experience like the Marines or the FBI, like training, even this Houdini's deadliest trick. Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself? Do you just go in?
I mean, honestly, I'm really fortunate to work with a really great team, and you know, safety is always number one and everything. But there's always an element of like, I'm out here doing this thing. Like a moment before, like when I performed Harry Houdini's Deadliest Magic Trick, it was in front of a live audience.
Oh,
and it's like, oh my God, I have one opportunity to get this right. Because
My God, this is my worst nightmare.
it was crazy. It was crazy. And also something else that we didn't put in the video is the temperature of the water is crucial. So like if your temperature in that tank is off by just a few degrees, it can kill your breath hold. So like I had worked up to being able to hold my breath for 3.5 minutes, which is cool, right?
wow.
But only if the temperature is like, I don't remember what it was, like high 80s or 90s or something. But there was this whole drama because on the day of rehearsal, we couldn't get the heater to work.
No.
And so then we had to like, shout out to Troy, our office manager, who like was a plumber in a former life. And so he like jerry-rigged this whole heating thing. It was this whole long thing. Because ultimately, if you can't get the breath hold right, and this is crazy, but like the backup plan for if something goes wrong is there's someone with an axe on standby to like break
Oh
it,
my God,
to open it. Like there were a bunch of safety divers and stuff, but like
Oh my
if I
gosh.
physically got stuck in there, it would be like we're axing this thing. And like that's crazy and chaos. Oh my gosh, Reagan,
I literally,
Oh my God, no.
one of my fears is drowning, and so
is it
this is a horror nightmare situation. I cannot believe you're able to do this kind of stuff, especially in front of a live audience on
Yeah.
camera.
And it was crazy too, because I'm like, I cannot mess this up because we could only afford to make one of these tanks because they're so expensive to make. I was like, I have one shot. I got to get this going. And the whole day, the tank, like the heat wasn't working. So I attempted it like 3 or 4 times before the performance and I failed every single one of them.
No
In
way.
the
I was like,
practice?
in the practice.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God, I have one chance. Like literally the live audience is filing in. I'm hearing people like talking from backstage. I'm like, I have got to like lock the F in and get this done. And thankfully, there wasn't a need to get an axe out. So, oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I mean, that was one of those I was like, wow, what a privilege of getting to experience something like this and like have the high of escaping that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
succeeding.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What would have happened if it failed? Would you have reshot it? Like, would you have made a custom take again?
Like if they had to like cut me out of that
Yeah.
thing, I think, I'm not really sure
She was like,
what would have
"Nah,
happened.
This is not
I
gonna
only plan on
happen.
succeeding. Didn't have to think that far.
Well, I mean, I have failed challenges before, and we put them in the video. And like the end of the video is like, hey, it's not possible for someone to learn the encyclopedia of knowledge in 24 hours. And I also think like that's a beautiful way to pay homage to the people who dedicate their lives to it. Like you can't just walk in and learn how to do this overnight. So I think failure is also a really cool storytelling device and can even be more inspiring at times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
It is. So I also, you said that if you failed and they broke the tank, that would be really expensive, right? I was wondering, and I saw in another interview that you said it costs around 20 to 30,000 to make each video.
Well, I guess that interview was probably a while ago.
Okay.
It's gone up
more
since.
expensive now.
Depending on the project.
I was wondering if you had like, if Jeff Bezos' fuck you money was on the table, what kind of challenge would you make for challenge
Okay,
acceptance?
can I tell you my like pipe dream challenge?
Please.
Okay.
I want to know like what you want to do in the future.
Yeah, what do
Okay.
you want?
Well, there are lots of things I want to do generally in the future, but specifically with challenge accepted, besides like, I don't know, going to space or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually terrified of. I don't like the concept of space. Like sitting here knowing I'm on a flying rock is actually horrifying to me. Like way scarier
I
than
love rocks, so
Yeah, you do. They're all over your house.
yeah.
oh my gosh. So the concept is I ran 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days.
Wait.
Oh God.
You actually did that because you did that. Wait, shit.
I have
Okay.
not done that.
Oh my God.
But
was
I,
like-
I have run an ultra marathon in the hottest place on
Death
earth,
Valley,
which
right?
is Death Valley.
Yeah.
But this is a little different. So this is,
insane.
it's this company called the Great World Race, and they do this every year. They rent like a jet,
Yeah.
and you start in South Africa, I think. You go to Antarctica. You're flying all over the world, and you do 7 marathons in 7 days, and your rest time is your time on the plane to the next continent. I just think it'd be a cool documentary to make.
I think that'd be amazing.
I think it'd be fun to watch.
It'd be super fun to watch. Your body must be incredibly healthy. I know from the very start, you went to Dartmouth University. Is that where you did your cycling?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Oh my gosh, you know so much.
Yeah, I do know. It's just because when you
Isn't
do
she perfect?
No, no, it's because when
She balances me out.
in order to do all these challenges, I feel like your body, not only your brain, but your body has to be so physically fit. You're doing the Marine training, FBI training, and your friend in the FBI one or the Marine one, he was like, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh yeah.
Can we
yeah.
talk about that? Because I feel like we should go back to the beginning.
Out
talk
the
about
womb, as you guys say
out
on
the
here, right?
womb.
Yes, I do say. I actually was thinking yesterday. I was like, man, I gotta stop asking them like about their life when they straight came out of their mom's
Dude,
pussy.
she did her
Like, I need to
research.
stop saying that.
No, but people are
maybe that's-
interested. People are
it's
interested.
True. It's like I feel like people they watch your videos, like people they see their favorite creator, right, and YouTuber and streamer or whatever. But I feel like they don't know where they came from sometimes,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, start out the
Yeah,
womb. Out
start
the
from
womb,
Louisiana.
She knows Louisiana.
Doxing her. Hey, what's her social
this
security? She's like,
Oh
I
my
got it
God.
right
Oh my
here.
god,
Do
I
my-
love it. I love it. This is so kind. Like genuinely, this is so generous of you to
Thank
to
you.
prepare a document and stuff.
Oh my God, it's just
We've got a little bit of trauma.
no, yeah, we do.
a little bit
I
of
feel-
unpreparedness, kind of.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
we're trying to improve as hosts.
We're trying to improve. I took like
We
4.
read all the comments.
We did. And after that, it radicalized me. And I'm like, I'm going to be taking 4 interview classes.
She did.
And I did.
She took interview classes.
I did.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much. I'm still a little rough, but
No,
anyway.
listen, as a fellow learner, I respect it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This
So
is
out the womb.
Out the womb.
out the womb.
Yeah, so I'm from Louisiana. I went to college on the East Coast, and during college, I like did a few internships out here in LA. And while I was here, I didn't have any friends, but I saw a lot of people riding bikes. I was like, okay, maybe if I rode a bike, I could make friends. And what ended up happening was I just rode my bike a lot, like went on training rides and really got enveloped in the community. And then when I, went back to college after my internship, I joined the collegiate team, went to nationals, ended up winning nationals my senior year, and then signed to a pro team. So then when I moved to LA and I was a producer for a YouTube channel, I was like working this like Hannah Montana lifestyle where I was like making internet videos from 9 to 5 and then going to train at night. And 3 in the morning and like.
But it was like a hobby at that point, right? Just
No,
like,
I was like on a signed team.
oh, that's
Yeah.
right. You're
shit.
like, you're a professional.
So then like on the weekends, I'm like flying to wherever in America I'm supposed to go race and then come back to work on Monday. And it was this like dual lifestyle. I was like, I feel like I could bring these two things together somehow. And it was right around the time where I felt like I had like hit my capacity at my job. And I was like, I think I want to start my YouTube channel and, challenge accepted. I didn't have a name for it at the time, but it was this idea of like, could I bring my background in athletics to, seeing how quickly I could learn something? Because there are lots of shows about like celebrities or comedians trying something for a day, but what if I could like fully commit my life to it? So like when I do something like earlier this year, I did an episode where I, trained like a Taekwondo black belt for 90 days. That is like my whole life top to bottom is all Taekwondo. Like everything I eat, I sleep, like study, I become that.
How long are you learning these professions or these different things? Like,
it depends. So sometimes there are videos like FBI Academy, for example. We have like 3 days to shoot that.
Yeah.
But then something like the Taekwondo project, that's genuinely 90 days of me
wow.
studying martial arts.
Are you fully immersed into like Taekwondo, or do you balance that out with other interests? Or like if you're trying to learn Taekwondo, but your next one is the FBI training, are you learning
Like,
them
do you
in
even
tandem?
think that far ahead, or
Yeah.
is it's just Taekwondo?
It's both. So what it means is like here's an example. So during the Taekwondo challenge, I still do like hosting or speaking engagements. So I'll time it so that, I'll train Taekwondo for 4 days and then on my rest day, fly to Europe and do something else and then fly back the next day. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. So before Challenge Accepted, you were also at BuzzFeed. And I was wondering what gravitated you towards going to BuzzFeed? And because I know that it pretty much catapulted like a sort of space in the entertainment industry, and you went on to make your own channel.
Yeah. I mean, it was such a cool job. It was really where I got my reps in because coming out of college, there weren't many places you could go with a trajectory within entertainment. I feel like in general in entertainment, it's like you hope you're someone's assistant and then just like what happens next. You know what I mean? You have to like wait for someone to bring you up. And I liked at BuzzFeed, it was like, if you want to make a video, go do it now. And
Really?
learn every part of the process. And I made hundreds of videos there. So it was like failure, wins back to back. And, a lot of amazing creators came out of BuzzFeed, like the Try Guys, or Sophia Nygaard, Will Neff.
Yep.
Will
Oh,
Neff.
really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And so it was this really cool kind of like Disney Channel of the internet where it was really scrappy and crazy. And I mean, I'm really grateful for all of that. And then now on my channel, just our objective is to kind of bring that digital perspective, but mesh it with traditional Hollywood and like classic long form television.
Yeah, I see. So what was your role when you first started in BuzzFeed?
I was
And-
an intern.
Oh, you were an
I
intern.
was like running sound, turning on cameras, like all these things I didn't know how to do.
But
I was
then
learning
you-
everything.
Yeah, but then you started like popping up in their videos too. How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, back then it was more of I think for them it was like a practical thing of like, hey, we need people to be in these videos.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are here. Come be in
Yeah.
the videos.
You're
And
kind
I
of like
love,
put into it.
yeah, a little bit.
Naturally.
But then
Just naturally put
obviously
into
it's
it.
fun and
Yeah.
it's really fun to be in the projects and try the things that were opportunities too.
So how did you prepare leaving BuzzFeed, and how was it going from a full like digital company to being completely independent? Was it hard
Was
for
it
you?
sad?
Yeah, was it
bittersweet?
sad leaving like the work and your family there?
Yeah, I mean, for sure bittersweet because it was kind of like paid grad school in the sense of like I had a
You learned a lot. You
I
had to
learned
try
a
a lot
lot.
of new things, meet a lot of people.
yeah, and I had I was on payroll, so like that was nice. It was different from just like like winging it from my bedroom, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that like you guys know, you've both worked a lot of jobs.
Mhm.
You know that point when you feel like it's time for me to move on.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like,
gotta
it's
let it
like,
go.
see.
Like, how
Yeah.
long am I work at GameStop for?
Yeah.
I gotta let it go.
yeah. Or like the sense of like, you know, your senior year of high school, it's like, okay, I am ready to graduate. I couldn't have imagined this freshman year, but like senior year, I'm like ready for the next thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had some savings and I was like, I've got like 2-3 months to make this work or I'm going to be back on LinkedIn and figuring this shit out. And I was, you know, very fortunate that because like reps were just, you know, a part of it, of my bones, it worked pretty quickly. So I was really privileged in that. And, you know, some of my audience from there followed me over, which was wonderful.
I know you're married.
Yeah.
I was really curious because you're flying all over the place. You're super busy.
Yeah.
I want to know how you guys met and like how do you balance a healthy marriage with how busy you are? Because I know he works with you, right?
Yeah, Garrett.
Oh, he does?
Shout out Garrett.
Hey, Garrett.
Love my life.
Oh my gosh.
Love of the life.
Yes.
I love when he makes a cameo in your videos. Like when you
Really?
said, yeah, well, because it's funny because he's a real one. Like when you were doing, I tried to deliver a baby, or he put like the pain receptors on him, and
he tried it.
he emulated what it felt like getting pregnant or like conceiving, right? I was
we
like,
went to like a chiropractor and she put like these electric stickers on us so we could
like an
feel
EKG.
what contractions feel like. And so Garrett agreed to do it.
he did, and he's like, I don't want to know what it's like being a woman because this hurts so much.
What does it feel like? Did you try it too?
I
Is
did.
it like flexing really hard or like what is it? What does it feel like?
Well, you guys know about tasers. I know
Yes,
here.
yes.
It's kind of like getting tased and also like getting a cramp at the same time.
Oh my
It was
God,
pretty
ew.
intense. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Anyway, how did you guys
Yeah.
meet?
Yeah, how'd you guys meet?
Wait, was that the question?
Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
asked like 5. but-
Okay.
Yeah, like, so how did you guys meet and like how did you but like my biggest question was like how do you balance a healthy marriage with how busy you guys are?
Wow. Well, we're really fortunate that we work together. And I love working with Garrett. It's so fun. We're definitely yin and yang in the sense of like, I'm a person who's like in spreadsheets, numbers, like very quantitative and whatnot. And Garrett, you know, he comes from a background where he's won a bunch of film festivals and like went to film school. So we kind of like come together in the sense like I understand metrics and digital and he has, you know, a beautiful background in storytelling. But yeah, we met working on my channel together.
So he was originally an employee?
Not an employee, like, well, I guess.
I was like, oh girl, T.
We were friends before.
Okay.
We were friends before when I worked at BuzzFeed. And then when I left, I was like, man, you know, it's a lot to balance, like being in front of camera and also like setting up the camera and managing it yourself. I was like, it'd be really great to have somebody behind camera who knows what's going on so I can focus on just, you know, the Marine boot camp of it all, right? And all my friends were like, oh, you should work with Garrett. And we were friends before, and Garrett was like, yeah, I'm down. You know, like, let's do it. And so we started collaborating a lot. He, you know, directed a lot of the first series I did on my channel, which was about me training like different superheroes.
Yeah.
So I would, you know, Instagram DM Spider-Man's actual stunt double, Holland Diaz, and be like, hey, would you like train with me for a week? I want to learn like what was it like to work on Marvel and teach me a fight scene. So Garrett would direct like the fight scenes and the cinematic fight scenes we made. And we had so much fun. And I mean, it's hard not to fall in love with somebody when that vision is so well aligned.
You have a connection.
Yeah.
You're working really well together.
I love it. It's really hot.
You did a little double take and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
I love that he's supportive of you and he's more of an asset than a liability because I know a lot of men. Wait,
No, but I just know that the business term. This man is an asset, not a liability.
well, the thing
You're
is,
using him well.
you are using him well because there are some men who will see a powerful woman and be so insecure and like how can I make her feel terrible because, you know, she's doing
It's
all these amazing
true.
things.
It's true.
They
And
want
like,
to like
you know,
diminish your light instead
Yes,
of
yes,
help it
'cause,
shine.
like,
Yeah.
He lets you
yeah.
step into your
He was
power.
like, you guys are such a good team.
It does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. And I mean, like tangibly, like how does that work? I mean, we go to this really cool couples coaching.
Couples
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's so dope. So it's another couple. And they run their business together, but they also like their business is providing coaching to other couples for both relationship and business. So it's so cool because like we can come to these sessions and be like, hey, we want to work through something we're working on in our relationship, and then also talk about how that impacts our business, and they all tie together.
Wow.
Because genuinely, like you can't separate all of those things. Like life is so fluid. So I mean, that's been like a really wonderful thing for us, like in just, you know, learning communication. And like, as you guys know, when you're on set, there are sometimes really stressful situations that happen. And how do you manage that both professionally and like from the relationship perspective, like leading with love in every interaction?
It's also very scary working, or even, for example, like say you have like a best friend and then you move in together, like that dynamic changes. Like
Yeah.
you learn
That's
a lot
right.
about them and stuff. So like I can imagine it might be difficult and challenging to, you know, you're married to the love of your life, but you're working together now.
Yeah.
So that's a whole level of just like stress and pressure. And
Yeah.
you guys just must be so healthy. Like
I
just
know.
So,
I love how proactive you are with taking the coaching, the dating coaching classes.
Oh yeah.
there's nothing
It's
wrong
great.
with
There's
therapy.
nothing- there's
in
nothing wrong
couple
with
Yeah,
coaching.
it rocks.
Mhm,
It's amazing. And it's so fun. And then by the end of it, it's like romantic and stuff. And
Yeah. Aw.
I was surprised that you guys didn't kill each other when you did. I planned my wedding in a week. Can you
oh my
tell
gosh,
us?
it was amazing.
Can you tell
It was
us about your
actually
thought
amazing.
process? Yeah, tell us about that.
Okay.
They planned their wedding in a week. Isn't that crazy?
How is that possible?
People usually take a year, that's why.
So it wasn't that we planned it the week before the wedding.
Okay.
It was
okay.
that we were like, you know, there's like this meta of when you're planning a wedding, like couples fight often. It's very stressful. And I kind of worked backwards from that. And I was like, I think everybody is upset because you're making really expensive and difficult decisions after you finish your 9 to 5. It's like on the weekend when you want to be doing nothing, it's like, hey, we need to talk about the seating arrangement for this table. Like that's why it's stressful. So I said, okay, well, why don't we just clear a week and stack every single one of the meetings back to back, and we'll make every decision, and then it's done. And it was so great because it wasn't like going to meet with the florist and being like, I don't remember what color of tablecloth we picked out 4 weeks ago at the other vendor. You know,
Yeah.
it was nice to just get it all done. And in fact, I would argue that it was like even more fun because we got to do it all at once together, and our family was a part of it too. So it was really fun.
Yeah, and he proposed to you in Bora Bora, right? Did that catch you by surprise? He did because she bought the ticket as a surprise for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then you guys went over there because prior you guys went to Paris, right? And he's like, how am I gonna top this?
Girl, you got her life downloaded.
No, oh wait. No, but how was it in Bora Bora? Because I know he was super stressed out, and the fact that he was like, oh my God, this is in Valentine's Day, Bora Bora. It couldn't have been a more difficult situation.
Yeah, because so we had this like thing of like surprising each other every other Valentine's Day. And so 24 hours before we're boarding a plane, I was like, surprise, we're going to Bora Bora.
You're
And he's like, and little did I know he had a ring for 10 months that he was like
Yeah.
waiting for the opportunity.
Wait, that's smart. I like that.
I do too. I
Wait,
think
that's so smart. So it's like, you know, he didn't really like plan.
Well, then he did.
anything.
He's like, this is the moment
Yeah,
because
I
she'll never
see,
see
I
it
see.
coming. So then
That is
he
a big surprise.
yeah,
a big
like
surprise.
coordinated. I had no idea this was happening because I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm so great. Like I've surprised him.
You got him
Little
good.
do I know, like while I'm sleeping on a plane, he's like on the plane Wi-Fi, Instagram DMing a photographer and florist and like setting up all these things. And I never saw it coming because I was like, this is my surprise. And now you're one-upping me. But it was so amazing. So I'm not complaining.
Wow. What a great surprise. I have a question.
Okay.
Is there a I try to have a baby in the future video coming?
Listen, I've been hearing you guys talking about like having kids, surrogates,
Yep.
egg freezing.
yeah.
And I think this is a really wonderful conversation for you guys to bring onto your podcast and talk about because I feel like times are changing.
I
so
do feel like
much.
30s is the new 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I might just be, it might be copium. I don't know. But I literally, I don't feel 30.
Yeah.
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm
You don't-
32. We're
We're
born in
the
92.
Age.
Yeah.
Age.
Oh my God, 92.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my God, see, you just like radiate like 25-year-old to me.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Literally.
Filipina,
Literally.
Asian still raised. I had to come like catch up with you guys. You know, it's like, wow, they have such great skin.
Oh my God.
Girl,
got a
I'm
facial
just
expression.
staring
I
at
know,
your
right?
face.
You're
I literally.
the skin, the hair. It's like it's a South Asian.
Okay.
What is
Asian
your
girl, all of
ethnicity?
us. Yeah.
What's your
Um,
ethnicity?
I'm half Indian.
Half Indian and just straight up half white?
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of white?
I think it's like Irish, like British Isles, Irish, English.
Yeah.
I was
situation.
wondering, so you're a mixed baby as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you struggle with internalized racism as well as a kid?
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Is that just like a normalized thing that's happened to every like mixed baby?
Well, I mean, the identity part of it is so strange because for me, I would go to like the Indian side of my family and it's like, oh, I don't speak Hindi. You know, like I know you've talked about not knowing Tagalog. And that's like really shocking and like, dang, I wish my parents had taught me this.
Mhm.
And then my other half of my family is like Arkansas white.
Very,
Like-
very white.
Oh,
like have grown
really?
up on
Like super-
farms
super
Yes.
with
southern.
pigs. Yeah, very southern. Hey y'all.
Oh my
And I go there and I'm like, well, I don't know if I fit in here either. And so I think like as a mixed kid, it's like rectifying a new path is very hard because you exist in a lane that, you know, how many other half Indian, half white people were there at my high school? I don't know any others, you know? And so I think that like assimilation and knowing how to navigate different codes and communities is really tough.
It really is.
Yeah.
We all had the same childhood, huh?
Yeah.
So being a brown woman in the entertainment industry, I was wondering, do you feel like you had to work extra hard versus your white counterparts for certain roles, for just being taken seriously?
I mean, statistically, I guess that's what people say. At the end of the day, like I only know my experience, and so I'm kind of like, listen, I'm just gonna work my ass off until I get what I want.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't like if I sit there and think critically or like, you know, there's a perspective that's like, oh, like getting down in that statistic of like, it's so hard to do this, or there's the perspective of like, what a privilege it is to be the first or the second
Exactly.
or the
I
third,
love that
you know?
positive that you're seeing in it.
Yeah, you're super positive about it.
Well, there's
Yeah.
like no other option.
There is no
yeah.
other
There
option.
isn't.
It's like, what can you do?
What can you do?
And if we waste time worrying about the other one, then, you know, our white cis male counterparts are already succeeding again because they don't
They don't even
have to
think
tell.
about it.
they don't
don't-
have
yeah.
to think
It's
about
not
it.
even an issue, not even a thought.
They
Yeah.
just go into it with a can-do attitude and that the world is mine. And
Yeah.
I love that you as a brown woman have that same attitude where it's like, if you can do it, so can I.
Yeah,
It's
and I
very
mean,
important.
I have to shout out Ray too because I don't know if you know this, Ray, because I have been following you since 2019.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
a long time.
And I remember very specifically when you did it was either Wall Street Journal or New York Times article, and there was like that picture of you in the 100 Thieves hoodie.
Yep, New York Times.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
amazing. And I was like, I just thought like that, watching you do what you were doing was really inspiring to me because you are carving a space in such a male-dominated, white cis male-dominated industry. I could go on and on about all the ways I watched you thrive continually.
Oh my
but how much you
God.
inspired me then.
Literally, it's literally why it's my purpose. Just knowing that I'm inspiring like women, and not even just women, but like anyone that's like just trying to like get anywhere in life, like succeed, right? You really just have to do it no matter how many times I've been called a whore, a slut, like,
Yeah.
you know, like there's racist people, sexist people. I'm a girl in gaming, you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just weird because I've been gaming my whole life, like since I was like 4, right? And
Right,
it's like, why
and-
would I ever
yeah.
stop? And like, why would I not do something I'm interested in, kind
Yeah.
of thing? So, you know, it's you're the inspiring one, Michelle.
Well, I just think the crazy thing is like you don't realize, maybe this has happened to both of you too, as you know, amazingly successful women, is like you don't realize how weird or unique or special it is until other people
They're telling
acknowledge
you
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I didn't see an Indian woman portrayed as strong until I watched
Aw.
you, or
Yeah.
and then it's like, whoa, I was just doing something I was interested in.
Mhm.
And it's exciting, but also so sad
Really
that
sad.
that is inspiring,
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
We should all just be having fun doing what we like.
Was that when the one that she's talking about with 100 Thieves is when you became the co-founder or the CEO?
No, I think it was an interview after. It was an article that
Oh.
New York Times did, but I don't remember specifically what it was for.
Oh,
the
okay.
interviews are starting to blur together at this point.
I see, I
She's
see.
so famous.
Yeah, she is.
No. This is not about me. I read the comments. I'm yapping less.
So growing up biracial and having some difficulties with identity and people saying you're not white enough, you're not Indian enough. I saw that you went to India when your grandfather passed away. So I know everything. I'm so sorry. But when you went there, you said you learned a lot about yourself, about your
Yeah.
perspective on life. What are some of the things that you learned?
Well, it's such a privilege to get to go back to the place where like your ancestors or like your parents or people came from. And for me, it was really special to go back and, see the little town my dad grew up in, and, drive through the mountains to the middle of nowhere and meet my family and people who don't speak the same language as me, but we look very similar, was really bizarre. And also exciting, and widened my net of like, wow, the world is so much bigger than I thought it could be. And also like, genuinely, I know you guys have talked about this too, like the sacrifices y'all's parents have made.
Yeah.
And that's something I, empathize with a lot, definitely before I went to India, but even more so after, of like, wow, my dad really like learned a whole new language and dropped everything and,
Oh.
came over here and went through so much just for like a chance.
Yeah.
Oh. It's
Yeah.
so sad.
It is sad.
No, I think it's amazing, because
I
it's
can't look
like,
at her.
and again, like, I don't know if you guys think about this too, because like, I think really critically to back, like when I was like, okay, I'm going all in on my channel, it was like, I have to make this work because, our parents gave so much just to put a meal on the table.
Yeah.
So I better get it together,
When they first learned about you doing YouTube and stuff, were they approving? Did they understand what you were doing? Like when you started bringing home the paychecks and stuff, like was it confusing for them?
Well, I think like, anyone can be excited about a paycheck when they see what it is. But my parents have been a little softened to it because of my work at Buzzfeed. They were like, okay, we kind of understand now. And like when I would go home to visit, for Christmas or whatever, and someone recognizes you at the local Target, they're like, oh, this is making more sense now. But I think it's been like a gradual thing. But I think also at the same time, like my parents probably have always known that they can't like put a handle on me in a lot of ways. So like, unfortunately,
they can't control you.
Yeah,
She's
so,
like, I'm gonna get it done.
they've definitely given me their opinions along the way.
Also, they don't like it, kind of thing.
Oh no. They love it now.
Oh, they
think
love
it's
it now.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they always have enjoyed it from the beginning, but also like honestly, respectfully, correctly being questioning of it, because it's like, yeah, I would never recommend to anyone else like quit your job and try YouTube. Like that's not the right approach.
Yeah.
It is you have to have a plan. You need to know what you're doing. You have to have
That's a gamble.
yeah,
It's a
And a
gamble.
lot of
plans.
time.
Yeah, you need to know what you're doing. And so honestly, like I really appreciate their hesitation and their questioning of some of the big choices I've made, because it's like, you know what? Actually, you're right. I need to figure out the backup plan, the plan B, C, D to follow if this doesn't go the way I want it to.
Okay, so I don't know if we already covered this, but what was the thought process making Challenge Accepted? Because I know it takes like a superhuman amount of discipline. The production of it is so high quality. Is it purely because of passion and interest, or is some challenges like, I'm not that interested in it, but I'm gonna just do it for content?
I mean, at this point, our team doesn't make something unless we love it and believe in it in some capacity. Oh, wait, what?
Sorry, I had a question.
We go.
Oh,
go.
no, I'll wait.
Oh, wait. But I feel your passion. Wait, say it.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm
I'll
not
answer back.
audibly gasping when I thought of like. I was curious if there was any projects that you had to completely scrap, like for the challenge acceptance series,
Ooh.
for
Okay.
whatever reason, like whether it was just
Scrapping a
impossible or if it was illegal.
Ooh. Like with drugs and stuff?
Oh my god!
Wait.
I
Oh, wait,
tried
no.
meth.
Oh, wait, I tried meth.
At this point, not really. I would say the closest one was like making the Houdini project, where there were so many dead ends of just like getting on the phone with this magician from this place and this magician over here. And magicians are very secretive and
Yeah.
interesting
They don't wanna
people.
share
So
their
like,
Oh,
secrets.
really?
like I
didn't
thought
know
that
that.
project was dead like 12 times. I think it took like over a year to make ultimately.
Really?
Because we went
Oh.
down so many dead end paths, and then ultimately, like, we're just like, fuck it, we're gonna do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is, a decision I'm happy with how it turned out, but by God, that was a lot of work. But overall, like, Challenge Accepted just kind of came out of the idea of, personal interests, but also what was performing well on my channel, because I, kind of follow the direction of the audience. But ultimately, like, when I think about Challenge Accepted and in long term, there are a few careers of people that I really admire.
Ooh.
So for me, it's David Blaine, Steve Irwin, Jeff Probst, host of Survivor, because all of these people are one of one.
Yeah.
They're like a
Yeah.
person. There's no one like David Blaine. There are other magicians, but there is no one like him. There is no one like Jeff Probst, and there is no one like Steve Irwin. And there are many more examples of that. But to
Yeah, I
me,
see.
like, that is the level of access and precision I want challenge, and the legacy of Challenge Accepted is like creating something and being a person that is one of one.
Yeah.
I view you as one of one.
Well, that's
I
so
do.
kind.
I just
I
like,
do
don't.
view-
I was when you went to go pee. I was telling her, I was like, I can't believe she's here because
Yeah.
she's just freaking cool.
I know,
Just
right?
like I just don't know. I don't know anyone that's like a woman that's like doing these like challenges that are so difficult.
They're
Like,
so
there's
difficult.
challenging. Lots of time,
Lots of
energy,
time.
money.
You said that like it takes around 6, like even 5 to 6 to 8 months. And when TV shows were pitching to you, they were like, no, we want to get this done in like a week.
Yeah, literally.
That's insane.
Because so many people are like, oh, take Challenge Accepted to a network or something. And we've had those conversations and like, okay, can you make 10 episodes in a month? And I'm like, no.
No.
The point is I spend a long time or, a considerable amount of
Yeah.
time doing this. And that's why it's special. And I think it's just an example of like traditional Hollywood has yet in many ways to catch up. In some ways it is, but like in a lot of ways there's so much room to grow, and I think it's exciting.
I feel like you could sell a series to like Netflix or something. You
I
know,
think that'd be fun.
I think that would be fun too.
I'm
but
surprised you haven't yet.
but I feel like a
well,
lot
I'm
of the-
available.
Yeah. I just
She's available. Hello.
They just want, I feel like a lot of the executives or people on top just want you to diminish what it actually means to you though, because
Yeah.
they don't understand that it takes
They want
so
it
much
as soon as
time.
possible.
They want it as soon as possible, and that kind of goes against what you were saying, what you wanted to actually
Yeah.
immerse yourself in these professions and lifestyles and show people this is what a firefighter has to do, or this is what a CIA agent has to do. You can't just do it in a week.
Yeah, I think story takes time, and when you're making documentary, it's like you are out there filming and you don't always know what you're gonna get or if it's gonna be good. And I mean, to your point about like scrapping things, not like full projects, but there are days where we go out and shoot 12-hour days and we're like, I don't know if this is gonna make the edit, but we got it,
Really?
just in
That's
case
amazing.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like the Taekwondo project, I think that was 45 shoot days for one
45
video.
shoot days is
For one video.
insane.
Of course, you're not going to put 45 12-hour shoot
Yeah,
days in
it's all
a
edited.
75-minute episode at the end.
Yeah.
But, for something like that, we have to have a camera at every important milestone in case something happens,
Right.
which is difficult.
So as a businesswoman myself, I wear a lot of hats in my company, and you are obviously at the forefront of all these videos. Do you also juggle a lot of like the creative aspect of it, stuff with your crew? Like, how does it work with you and making Challenge Accepted?
Well, for Challenge Accepted and for my company, I am the CEO. So
Yes.
I am involved in everything from not just being on camera, but also producing and like outreach in the same way, like, Ray, you're going to message me to be on the podcast, which I was so excited about. Like, I'm in there, like, I'm emailing the FBI. Like,
You're
I'll
cold
just
emailing,
cold
right?
email the
You're
FBI.
emailing them.
She's insane.
I'm emailing them.
And they responded.
They did respond.
How did you get that? Like, how do you just cold email them and they respond to you? Like, is it because you have to build up this kind of reputation on your channel?
Well, I think like over time, the crazier and more exciting things we do, the more easily those
Yeah.
doors start opening.
Right.
As both of you know, like the bigger you get, the easier it is.
Yeah.
But I think like getting to work with the FBI was probably one of the big doors that we opened, like cracked our way open. But that was just because one of our producers suggested it in a meeting, and I was like, okay, like, in what year would the FBI want to collab with me, a YouTuber? And she called like the 1-800-FBI phone number.
Actually,
Like
on like Google.com.
Like literally FBI.gov. There's a 1-800 number. I think it's like a tip line.
That's incredible.
That is incredible.
So we can just talk to them anytime. Just
You
call
can.
in.
I don't suggest spamming
We
the
should
FBI.
ask them to come on the podcast. That'd be.
We just call the tip number.
That would be insane. Hey guys, come to Press ESC.
Imagine.
You could. Yeah. I mean, I also know FBI agents if you genuinely.
Oh my God. She's
I would
got
genuinely,
those.
I genuinely, that would be insane.
You probably have crazy connections all
I know.
over the world by now.
I don't know a single person who's like, I have a connection to the FBI, so just in case you want to figure something out.
Can I tell you guys the craziest thing that happened to me this year?
Can you?
In terms of like meeting somebody? I don't think I've
Please.
ever gotten to share this because I don't have a podcast. If I had a podcast, I would share this story. So earlier this year, I went to this event in October called Google Zeitgeist. And it's this crazy event where like a bunch of CEOs of companies go. I'm still unsure how I got in there, but whatever. I got invited. I was like, I guess I'm going. And I got this email that's like, hey, Michelle, we'd like for you to come to this private lunch. So I go and I look around the room. I'm like, oh, there's Brittany Broski. There's, Link from Rhett and Link, like other YouTubers.
Yeah.
And then Ava DuVernay walks in the door, the director of A Wrinkle in Time. And Charmine, the director of the next Star Wars movie, walks in. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And then I swear to God, this was like out of a movie. These two doors open and she's backlit from behind. In walks Oprah. Oprah.
Oh my God.
Isn't this crazy? I'm literally like sweating bullets. I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, this is not happening. This is not happening right now. And I'm actually like kind of upset about it because I'm like,
wait, why?
because I love Oprah so much. And if I'm ever going to meet Oprah, I need at least 30 business days notice to like
that's
mentally
so
prepare
valid.
for
Like
myself.
it was
So
just you were caught
valid.
off guard.
Like,
weren't
like, whoa.
expecting it.
I'm not complaining because that was awesome. And then Oprah walks up, finds her place card, and she's sitting right in front of me.
Oh my God.
Sitting right in front of me. Oprah Winfrey. And I'm
That
like, oh
is
my God.
incredible.
And
Did
she
you get to
looks
speak with
so,
her?
I know.
She looks so beautiful. She
looks
got
so elegant.
perfect hair always. And you know what the coolest part is, like the conversation to follow is great. But on her show, if you've ever seen clips of her on camera hosting, how she does this thing where she like genuinely listens to whoever she's interviewing. She did that with every single person at that table. Like
Aww.
chin on her fist, like two eyes, like nodding, listening, and like meant it. And that was so cool because obviously meeting someone as successful as that is so exciting. And, like her resume is, 45 miles long. But like to see someone who could be anywhere and do anything with her power, choose to listen to every single person in that room. Like that is really what I took away from that experience.
Yeah,
that
so
was so cool.
endearing.
I mean, that's
Shout out Oprah.
Shout out to Oprah. It is really cool when you are working with someone, you don't know what their personality is going to be like, but they're
Yeah.
super successful and you view them highly and you see them pay attention. Like this happened with Mauricio when we were on set for a music video like Machine Gun Kelly. I thought he was going to be an absolute asshole, but he actually like took advice from my friend Gabe, who was helping film for the video, and he listened to his advice and took it. And I was like, I'm I'm surprised you're even acknowledging my crew. Like that's actually such a nice thing to do. So for someone like Oprah to just like listen and just hear people, you know, like the
that's
egos
real
aren't massive.
leadership.
It is. It's
It's
so
like
nice.
knowing how and when to listen. And I also think the best leaders have like done all of the jobs that they command. It's like, you know, from our experiences of being a team of one, it's like, you know what it's like to put in the calls to the manufacturer and like make sure it's the right silicone on the Mika taser. And like, you know what it's like to film an entire YouTube video and be like, oh my God, I didn't have a memory card in there. Or like I deleted the whole project or everything I edited.
Been there.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you? Oh, I hate that for
There's
you.
been so many
Every
issues.
creator has that
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
And I think like those are the moments that make it when you're commanding a team of, you know, amazing producer Samson, et cetera, is like when you can empathize genuinely and like know that feeling.
Exactly. So when you spoke to Oprah, what did you say to her?
I don't even remember.
She blacked out. She blacked out.
No. So the conversation at the table was about like technology and the impact of entertainment, which was a really cool conversation. But yeah, I mean, I don't actually remember. She didn't like give any mic drop over moments necessarily, but I will never forget how she just intently listened to everyone.
That's so sweet. Would you say Oprah is like your celebrity that you would always wanted to meet, or do you have another celebrity that you would like to meet?
I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
Valkyrae.
Check. Exactly. Okay, I am so curious about your future endeavors. Obviously, this series that you have, the Challenge Accepted series, that's going to probably go on for a very, very, very long time, I would imagine, right?
I hope so.
Okay, hopefully.
Like and subscribe.
Do you see yourself doing other forms of content? Like I see you doing hosting, I see you streaming, I see you on television. Like what do you, you're just so well spoken and I feel like your resume is like what do you want to do in the future career wise, like project wise?
Well, you know, besides the 7 marathons.
Yes, besides that. Well, besides the Challenge Accepted series.
Yeah, like beyond that. I think there is something really exciting about this merging of industries, you know, which you're such a big part of with like voice acting and your studio and everything is so amazing. And I just look forward to that line continuing to blurring. As far as tangibly what that means, I would love to, you know, hosting a network show sounds really, really fun. And I got to experience that on Karma, which was amazing. And doing bigger, bolder projects, whether on my channel or elsewhere, is what excites me. But I think I'll always have like a foot in producing in some capacity. Because I think like, ironically, my strongest skill set is like in a spreadsheet and like bringing a crew together and like calling people and like making something happen. Like Samir from Colin and Samir said it well, that he said like, I know how to make a canvas for other artists to work on. And I feel called to that. Like obviously I enjoy being, you know, an artist and creator, but like I also feel called to like creating that canvas in general.
It's a talent.
It is a talent.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When are you going to the moon?
Listen, NASA.
I feel like it's so possible.
I feel like it is possible with NASA.
Have you contacted NASA?
Yeah.
We did a video with NASA a few years ago, but here's what I'm trying to convince NASA to do.
Oh.
Okay, so NASA has a Mars colony, like not a recreation, I'm saying this wrong. They have a simulated Mars colony at NASA where a group of people, this actually happened, a group of people lived in this colony for an entire year in isolation.
Oh my
simulating
God.
what it would be like to be the first people to go to Mars. So they like live in pods, they go out, they like, you know, are in the red sand and everything.
Are they still there? Are
They
alive?
just got out.
Okay.
But they were in there for an entire year. And they even put them through challenges like if something goes wrong, you know, like they'll simulate stuff. But they are truly isolated in that thing for an entire year.
Wow.
I want to go and do it for like a few days just to experience it. How crazy would that be? And I want to bring like 3 other YouTubers to do it because you need a team of 4.
Yeah. Oh my God, that
Do
would
you guys
be...
want to go to Mars?
Wait, that would be such a crazy experience. I didn't know they had like this like
Right?
pod simulation testing thing.
I think there needs to be more press about it, and you know, you can get.
I wonder, how long does it take to even go to Mars from a rocket ship?
I think it takes months, as they're
That's-
theorizing.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
Mauricio's Googling.
Yeah. Because I know that it takes quite a while. So would you stay in a rocket ship for months?
No. So this is like an on-Earth simulation.
This is a simulation.
Oh, a simulation.
Yes, we're not going to Mars. We're not going to
Girl is like, nah.
It would be about 7 months.
Okay.
7 months
okay.
to
I was gonna say,
actually
oh my
get
God,
to
that's
Mars.
such a commitment.
I don't know
Like,
about that one.
Okay.
No,
real life, but,
so they're testing what living on Mars is
simulation.
like
Oh.
on.
So yeah, it's like a
Earth.
room with red sand and
Oh,
like
you should do
pods and
that.
stuff, right?
Yeah, but only for like
It's so
3 days.
Yeah.
possible
So
for you.
we've been talking to them about that, but we have to like coordinate with when the actual test groups are going in.
Oh.
And they were concerned that if we like filmed in there, then future test groups would know what to expect. Like we would ruin the surprise.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This seems like a new
There's
thing.
got to be a
then.
way around
There's
it.
got to
There
be a
must
way
be.
around it.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's something I'm excited about.
What about like deep diving submarine?
I was gonna ask that.
A
Like,
submarine.
yeah.
That sounds horrifying.
After that, a submarine exploded.
That's why you literally was just saying.
Well, I'm trying to think of like things that you haven't done that because you've done so much. So I'm
You
like,
did
what
Butler
can
Academy.
you do that people
God.
would love to see? Like, I would cry watching that.
Maybe something more mental, because when I watched your chess one of the top comments were, Michelle, are you going to be doing more like mental
Yes.
challenge accepted?
Yes.
Because you said
Yes.
you fucking hated doing the chess one.
You hated
Well, I
chess?
saw it in like
No.
an interview. I was like,
No, I don't
wait,
hate
never mind. No,
chess.
she didn't hate it.
I did not.
was
I
hard
don't
learning
hate
it.
chess. Even if I said that before, I take it back.
Okay, never mind.
She meant it.
Wait.
It was really hard.
How long
and
did you spend trying to learn
8 months.
it? Whoa.
That's actually how I met like Levy. It was that's one of the ways that I like got introduced to a lot of streamers.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
when I was like
Oh, yeah.
doing chess, and like chess streamers were blowing up. So like I was watching them, but we are doing more mental challenges. We shot one, so we did one earlier this year where I got to simulate as if I was the president of America. What would happen
Whoa.
if a nuclear war broke out?
Oh.
So, so basically what happened in the video, I didn't help with the prep too much of this, but so it was a total surprise to me. But I walk in this room
Yeah.
and it's dressed to look like the Situation Room in the White House. And I sit down and someone says, Madam President, there are nuclear missiles incoming. What do you do?
Oh my God.
And
what
there
do
were
you
like
do?
actors
Hardcore
playing
role-playing, I
like
love
head
that.
of the NSA, Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Yes. And so they're all in character, taking me through the simulation, and every decision I made impacted what would happen
Did
on
you
Earth.
save
Were
the
you not
world?
freaking
I
out?
definitely did not save her.
I would not save the world.
No.
It's
so what
crazy.
Did you, like,
Yeah.
is this video out?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to go
Oh,
watch
really?
this
This
right
video-
after.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm really proud of how that one turned out.
So you didn't save the world. The bombs went off.
Unfortunately, I did not save Earth. Maybe someone else could have. I'm curious because you guys have different tactical
no,
approaches.
Yeah.
The world is dying under my control. I will
Same.
not be able to save it.
Yeah.
But
is so
that video was awesome. And so we actually shot one. It hasn't come out yet. But we shot it about a month ago. And the premise is I tried defending a murder trial.
Oh my God.
So here's how the video
Wait, this
works.
is coming soon?
Yeah, coming out in the
Ooh,
spring.
we get a sneak
Yeah, coming soon.
peek.
Sneak
Okay.
peek. So here's how the video works. The first day, I have 12 hours to learn everything I can about the law,
Okay.
knowing nothing.
Oh.
24 hours to understand the law.
Yes,
Oh
one day
my.
to learn everything I can about the law with like 2 lawyer coaches. And then the next day, we rented a courtroom and I like go into court against a real lawyer. And it's like me versus the other lawyer defending a suspect in a murder case.
That's kind of fun.
It
That
was
is
really
fun.
fun,
That's really
actually. Because
Ooh.
it's all a simulation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I got to like put on my like Law and Order self and experience that.
No, exactly. Do you feel like when you did that, you were thinking more logically, or Was it more emotional? Because I feel like if I were put on trial, I'd be like, he sucks. Like he should just divorce
definitely
him,
was the
kill
murderer.
him, or he definitely, or did like I'm willing to bet you implemented a lot from what you learned from those two lawyers. Like, how did that go?
Well, so we
Not
set it
to
up like
spoil
a
it or
real
anything.
case. So Garrett, love Garrett and Nick, they like wrote the case. It was like this 50-page case Bible based
Yeah.
off another case. And they
wow.
had evidence, like props, maps, photos of the bullet entry and blood splatter. Like they had all of this stuff for us to look at. So it was really
Aw.
exciting. And we had a real jury
Really?
that like didn't know anything about what was going on. And they came in and like, we were like, treat it like this is a real case and tell us who you think wins at the end.
When does this video come out?
It comes out hopefully sometime this spring.
Oh,
So-
spring.
Oh, wow.
Okay, okay.
That's months from now.
Well, so this episode comes out early January. So
Yeah.
a couple months from
Yeah,
when this
yeah,
episode
May.
comes out?
I think May is spring. That's 4 months after?
Yeah.
January, March, April, May. Oh, wow, it is kind of I was like, that's a month away.
But yeah, I think like there are just always ways to evolve and keep challenging yourself.
Yeah.
So that's one of the ways we're like incorporating more mental challenges is this like simulation style.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what else is so mentally like frustrating. Like, have you done interrogations?
Yeah, I did hostage negotiation earlier
You
this year.
did that
Yeah.
at Thankmas when
Wait,
yeah.
really?
We were at Jacksepticeye's Thankmas charity event, and we had this little challenge where we had these little Nerf guns, and we tried to save the fake hostage.
Oh.
And Michelle, your gun wasn't working, right? And
Actually?
yeah,
How
her
did
gun
you
wasn't
improv
working.
from that? Oh my god.
So then I just decided to use like verbal communication.
yeah.
To
which-
release the hostage.
Yeah. So like in a hostage negotiation, when they get on the phone with the FBI with the hostage taker, you employ a variety of different techniques to calm them down, first of
Yeah.
all, and also help them make a logical choice that leads everyone to safety, including the hostage taker. And one of the ways you do that is emotional labeling, like, oh, you must be feeling very overwhelmed right now with all the police cars outside, and you might be feeling scared. And they'll kind of helping them open up to talk, because someone who is in a circumstance like that feels like there's no other option for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And
Like
so
the
part
lost
of
cause
the
kind of
role
thing.
is to bring everyone to safety, is to provide an outlet and to help them come to reason.
Oh, I see. Oh, that must have been so fun that you guys were all doing that together. And
It was a short little segment. It was like 30
was-
minutes max.
oh, I see.
But they raised $3 million
Yeah.
or over
Oh
$3
my
million.
God,
That's
he's insane.
crazy.
I want to know if you've got any more leaks for the audience. Like, do you have any other videos coming out? Any other projects you want to share a little bit?
Ooh, well, I think like in general, I'm just so excited for next year, and you know, I love talking about the resolutions with you guys because I got to get on my document.
Yeah, your
my-
20-page
I know that.
document.
Oh my god, that's so attractive and admirable. Like a whole I just
It
love,
really is.
I just
like,
love
not just
when
one
someone
page, 20 pages.
No, 20 pages. That's just I love that. I love people who are type A. What's your personality type?
Like the ENTFJ thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember actually.
No.
It's time to
maybe-
retake it.
maybe
know,
I
it's
need to
time
retake it.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do a whole episode just you and me taking a bunch of tests.
I feel like we should the test episode.
Yeah, we do tests, DNA test,
Yes.
personality
it.
test,
Oh, there she goes.
autism test.
What were you guys talking about? AuDHD?
AuDHD. So
Yes.
That's a blend of autism and what was it?
And
ADHD.
ADHD.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I like totally blanked out, but
Jacksepticeye has that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
That was a lovely celebration you provided with the cake. and
Yeah,
everything.
it's something
Wasn't
that
it
it was
Very cute.
We love doing that in the neurodivergent community. Are you part of us?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I feel
But,
like she,
you know,
she's
we'll
so,
find out.
like,
I know you're so meant
perfectly
You know
quote
what?
unquote normal human.
Yeah.
That is so
but things
healthy.
change.
Things
Things
change.
change.
Oh,
Who
I
You're
know.
knows?
just like so healthy. Like just so
So
you're like the
autistic people-
healthiest person.
Autistic people aren't healthy. ADHD people aren't healthy.
Quote unquote normal. Quote unquote normal.
Oh my gosh. Samson, cut this.
Yeah.
Cut this, Samson.
Is that bad to say? Okay, we should cut that. We should cut
I'm
that.
totally kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god, I am about to get canceled again, please. Okay, is there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, that's it.
Dude, I'm out here being offensive on accident. It's
No,
so
it's
bad.
no, it's on it. These are very valid questions. Like normal. What even
Like
is
what,
that?
what even is normal? You know, like I don't even
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is healthy?
Yeah.
Right here, this is healthy.
What?
Like, honestly, I could
Oh my
not be
gosh.
doing a marathon and cycling and marine.
Like, do you get angsty? Like, can you relax?
Do you ever have anxiety?
Constantly.
Oh, cause?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Is that
Okay.
part of being the community? I don't know what the community is. What are the boundaries of this community you're referring to?
It's okay.
Hey,
you don't want to
she's
be
one of us.
You don't
She's
want,
one of us.
Do you want to be one of us? So because it kind of sucks here sometimes.
Oh my god.
So you constantly are anxious about like, what are your fears?
I definitely have anxiety.
Mm.
And I think, you know, besides the like normal like fear of failure, whatever, or like fear of
Yeah.
like Garrett dying, that kind of stuff. I think my like larger fears are I hate wasting people's time.
Mm.
Not just with like physical time of like being here with you guys. First of all, don't want to waste that time. But also like when we post something, like I hope this doesn't waste anyone's time. Like I want it to be additive to someone's
Yeah.
life. And like I think that respective time is something that is important to me. And so when we go somewhere and shoot somewhere, I always want to be prepared and stuff. So that's what gives me anxiety is like, is this going to be good, not only for the people watching, but like the collaborators and like, is this a fun set? You know, I think often about like,
I see.
where are we getting lunch from? Does that incorporate everybody's dietary restrictions? Well, this person doesn't like this. Like maybe we should go order from here and will it arrive in time? It needs to be, you know, like
you're
Make
so
sure everyone's
considerate.
comfortable,
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really good at that.
This is how I feel when I play Valorant. I'm like bottom fragging. I feel like I'm making everyone lose their games and waste their time.
Yeah. What's bottom bragging?
Like, you know, you're not participating in the kills.
Oh, I see. I
So
see.
technically it's like a anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
So very
that's
stressful.
that's really stressful.
It
Yeah, it
is.
is.
And
It
it's
is.
valid.
It
You're
is so
right.
valid.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
valid. So valid.
Oh my gosh. And that's a part of like community experience is being, I guess, good enough to play like Marvel Rivals or Valorant or whatever.
Have you played Marvel?
I have not played yet.
It is
but I
so-
watch
Do you
you
play
guys.
games?
Yeah, do you play video games?
Not too much.
Oh my gosh, she's so
Not
healthy.
really.
I know. Are you like a hedonistic person? Like, do you?
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Wait, yeah, what is that?
Do you like
Hedonistic?
do you like
So
partake in
someone-
like vices and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like someone who
Can we
just
Google the death? Like,
goes into like their pleasure. Like, if you like napping, you nap a lot. If you like
So, like-
sex, you have a lot of sex.
you just like do what
Yeah.
you want.
Engage in the pursuit of pleasure.
Yeah. So
Self-indulgent.
I'm
self-indulgent.
hedonistic.
Same.
Yep.
I feel like you're just so disciplined that this
Yeah,
is
you're
the
very-
antithesis of hedonistic. Like, do you just?
No, I mean like I don't know what counts as hedonism and like what
So just be like, yeah, indulging in like
Like I won't control myself. Like if I'm addicted to a video game, I won't stop.
exactly.
Like
stuff
I just like endorphins.
You-
I love
well that
sleeping.
makes sense. It
I love
sounds
eating.
fun. Is that bad?
Well, I
Is
think
it bad
there's
to
like
like something?
It's
Too much of it.
Too much of anything is bad.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to have a meeting with Mauricio yesterday, but I didn't because I was playing video games.
True.
But were you streaming?
No,
No.
Were you just playing?
I was
Or
chilling.
someone, or like if I want chocolate, sometimes I'll eat an entire box of chocolate, and it's like I
Why,
should.
but why is that bad?
It's because there
'cause,
needs
like,
there needs to be like a.
there has to
sounds
be like
really
a boundary.
fun.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
it's
And,
like, say
napping,
you're
like, I
trying to
like
diet.
Yeah.
Say you're trying to like hit a goal in diet and stuff, but like there's like a box of donuts. If it's in front of me, I'm gonna eat the donuts. Like I don't care about my, you know, like because I just like more like in the moment, like want those endorphins.
But are you
like,
happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I regret
So-
it after.
But it's like
Yeah.
dopamine versus serotonin kind of situation. It's
What
like
is the difference
So
between
this is a
dopamine
brain
and serotonin?
so it'd be like
Such a good
something like
question.
eating the donuts would be like, oh, an immediate like hit of dopamine, or playing the video game with dopamine. But it's like if you do it too much, it doesn't really like
What do you do to relax? Like what do you do as hobbies?
Literally nothing.
good question.
And
Oh my God, I knew it!
I'm
I freaking knew it.
Why
I was
did you
like,
know
there-
it? Why?
Because like I feel like she's so busy. Like
That's what I'm saying.
No, wait. What I mean is like I actually do nothing. Like
you
that
sit there
is
like
it. It's
do you
like
do TikTok?
it's
Like
giving
it's
meditation.
Like I am on this couch
Existing.
I have the Strauss cookies and cream ice cream. I have a massage booked for tomorrow. Like nothing. That is my hobby. My hobby.
Doing nothing.
My hobby
Yeah.
is nothing.
Oh my God, so based. I feel like it should be more normalized to literally do absolutely nothing. I love just bedrock. Like I just want to sit there and not think. I'm always thinking, but I
Yeah.
want to sit there and just like literally do nothing. Like lay there.
But that's
do
healthy,
that?
like
I
rest.
do that, yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Do you
I think
guys
it's
have it?
healthy.
Okay, this is a conversation I was having. Do you guys have internal monologues?
Yes, and sometimes I say it out loud, so it's not internal anymore. Like if I'm thinking something, I'm like, Alyssa, you fucking idiot, and then I'm like, oh, I said that out loud.
So you literally, like you have a voice in your head.
I
That
can
is
hear
talking.
myself
Yes,
think.
I can hear it right now.
Yeah,
I can
so
hear
I
her.
can. I always am talking to myself in my head.
Okay.
Always.
Is it your voice that you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your voice talking to you.
Yeah, like I can hear my thoughts. I learned that I'm very when I'm thinking, I can only think of one thing at a time, which is why I forget things all the time because I have to literally be thinking about it in the moment.
Yeah.
That's why I have to like write stuff
Aw.
down. Stuff. That's why I forgot about our meeting. I was playing video games. So yeah, I can hear myself. Can you hear yourself in your head?
So I was talking to, so like Garrett has constant monologue. Like if he's looking at something, it's like he hears in his head, to my knowledge and understanding, it's like that vine is green, that table is brown. Like it's constant monologue. Whereas for me, I like kind of exist. And if I want to imagine a conversation, I can do that or whatever. But like, I don't have like a constant monologue.
Yeah, so the force, you like force your thought, inner thinking.
Right. Whereas
But
some people, it's
Garrett,
like constant.
It's like he can't stop himself from thinking.
yes.
Oh. See, I think my thought is also forced because like I'm always trying to like remember things. Always, literally always trying to remember.
I saw your notes out
Yeah,
from yesterday. That was...
yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Do you have an inner monologue?
Yeah, I do.
Is it constant?
Yeah, it's constant. Like she's always doing something. Yeah, I can change its voice.
Wow.
Its pronoun.
I think you're you're just a really creative person.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Wow.
dream? Because if you don't have a monologue, do you like have
I
that's
do
nice.
have
Do you dream in
dreams.
color?
I do dream in color.
That's good. There are some people who just don't dream.
Yeah.
It's just like static.
wow.
Well, I think when you dream, it's like what, resetting your brain. Can we Google what dreaming is real quick? What happened? Why
Oh
do
my
we
God,
dream again?
I don't know.
think it's like your brain is doing something.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it not like your pineal gland, which is also the air? Okay, this is not a science podcast. I'm not a scientist, but
Disclaimer.
disclaimer. I think so. I read about DMT and okay, wait, hold on.
This is what we got.
When you dream, your brain actively combines fragments of memories, emotions, and sensations from your daily life to create a narrative, often bizarre and surreal, by firing neurons in different parts of the brain. Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
Like, it's
Isn't
not
it like trying to create reason out of the day somehow?
I heard that the pineal gland.
Dreaming is thought to be a way for the brain to process and consolidate memories from the day, potentially helping with learning and emotional regulation.
Yeah.
Because, like, to my understanding, your pineal gland is also like the area of your brain that helps you understand larger than life concepts, such as like how big the universe is or how far we are from the sun. Like, we can't actually, as humans, physically understand that, but we can imagine and dream about it.
What did you read about DMT?
Just like that.
Oh, that
And
specifically?
it's produced in the
So I
pineal
know
gland.
that when you die, a large amount of DMT is released in your body.
Actually?
Which I have a theory. Okay, I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but what if whatever it is that you believe in, like say you're a person that's super religious, right? Your body releases a bunch of DMT right before you die, and obviously you're going to like trip out or hallucinate whatever you believe, right? So maybe that's why.
Like the seeing the pearly gates and the white light at the end
or
of
like
the
what if
tunnel.
you genuinely like believe you're a horrible, evil person, and like
that's
you
so
just
scary. I don't
trip
know.
out that you're going to hell,
and then you're dead.
and then you're just straight up dead. Okay, so for me, I'm not super religious. Like for me, I think that when we die, we're just dead. I think that's just what I think.
Yeah.
But I've tried, I was a Christian at once, I was Catholic at once, and I've tried to get into it. Who knows? Things might change. I'm open. I'm open. I also believe people's like religions of what they believe in. Like even people that believe in ghosts. Like I haven't had a personal paranormal experience, but like I don't doubt other people's experiences.
Yeah. That's
So I'm
good.
pretty. Is that agnostic?
agnostic. I think
I'm open, minded to people's experiences and what they believe.
So you're
but-
available for religions.
Yeah, I am.
Religions
So,
all over the world.
Who knows? Maybe in like 5 years, maybe I'm gonna have a spiritual journey. But like as of right now, I'm kind of just like, you know what? When it's my time to go, I'm gone, kind of thing.
Are you religious?
I think I'm pretty agnostic.
Agnostic.
But yeah, I'm with you on the like, can some of those experiences be as a result of a chemical reaction in the brain that happens when you die? That's interesting to me.
Yeah. So that's when you mentioned DMT, I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of think that, you know, maybe it might have something to do when you die.
Yeah.
Just. So if I believe
crazy.
I've never heard that. I
person-
need to research that. Yeah.
Oh, DMT's crazy.
I thought that was a drug.
I mean,
You
it's a
can take
chemical.
it.
You can-
Actually, you can.
take
Where's it like extracted from? A plant, I'm guessing.
Can we Google
I
where
don't know
DMT
where it
come
comes from, but a lot of like people smoke ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. I feel like I've heard of that.
Is that
before.
right?
Yeah, they
Everyone's just
drink
gonna be roasting
ayahuasca.
me.
It's like a tea, and then you can also smoke DMT. Yeah.
Like they have retreats.
Would you ever do that for a challenge?
Do you do drugs?
Oh my God, would that be crazy?
Pretty
No, I
intense.
don't. I
Pretty
don't.
intense.
Oh.
So it's pretty intense. I don't know if I'd recommend that.
I have heard stories of people who like take it and the trip is, you know, a short amount of time, but it feels
like a really long
days.
time.
Oh, that's my worst
I don't
nightmare.
like
I don't
that.
like having control of my body. If I don't have control of my mind,
Same.
I'm just like, I can't be bothered.
Don't like
Yeah.
taking medication. Like if I'm on my period, I'll take a Midol. If I absolutely have to, I'm crippled in the fetal position on the ground, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I just like suffer it through it.
Same.
But like, yeah, I don't
Except
like
for
taking
painkillers.
That is like the thesis of womanhood, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just
Suffer
suffer
through
it.
it.
What
Yeah.
the hell? Good grief. Yeah.
Wow, that could be a crazy challenge accepted.
I don't-
Probably not.
I
unfortunately.
try.
I think I'd be too freaked out doing something like that. But I feel like somebody on YouTube has documented this experience.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Press Escape episode on DMT.
No.
Okay,
Oh my
I have
God,
a
I
question
was-
for you guys.
Oh my God.
I want to
no.
know. So obviously, when this comes out, this is the beginning of 2025.
Yes.
I want to know something that like you're proud of each from 2024 that wasn't obvious. So like, you know,
Obvious.
like
Nothing business related.
one could say, or I mean, forward facing, like something that hasn't been posted on Instagram, but
see.
like was a huge win for you. Could be business or personal.
I feel like all my business is always plastered. I always
feel
What
like
was your
business, I
favorite?
have-
Like, what are you most proud of?
Oh, my absolute favorite would have to be. So it was just the trailer just came out a couple days ago
For the movie?
For the movie. Yeah, I voice acted in an animated film called Goldbeak. I was thinking
my God.
Braveheart, and I was like,
Dude.
that's not
Definitely not
absolutely
Braveheart.
not what it was. Goldbeak, but yeah, I landed a main character role for the first time. I've had like little cameos or like, because I was in Sonic for like 6 episodes, but like this one, I'm actually like a main character role, and it comes out in January. Yeah, it should be out around the time this episode comes out. But I voice acted alongside David Henry, who
Yeah.
you know, I used to watch him on Wizards of Waverly Place with Selena Gomez on Disney Channel so long ago. So it's kind of weird full
That's
circle moment.
amazing, dude. I saw your trailer and I knew
Isn't
that
it
voice.
cute?
It was
So
cute.
cute.
With the
Yeah,
glasses and
except
whatnot.
they like when they picked me. I was like, do I need to like audition and stuff? They were like, oh no, we thought you'd be perfect for the role because they watched like my streams and stuff. And then
you got an offer for a leading role in a
yes,
movie.
just because
Can
they
we just sit
liked
with
my
that? That's
voice.
I know, that's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so
but
proud of you.
The role is like this little chicken, and they're like, we thought you'd be perfect. And it's literally a chicken. And I'm like, do I sound like a chicken? Like, what is that?
You have
I'm
a
like,
unique
what does
voice.
that
Yeah, you
mean?
do.
I do.
You
I do.
can.
I
feel like,
can.
Yeah, you can.
They're saying you have range.
Yeah,
I've
you've
got
got the
You
range.
have
range.
range. They're
I've got
confident in your
range.
talent and
Anyways,
skill.
And you did the Sonic thing too.
Yeah, that I do want to try more roles in which I could probably show more range because I feel like right now I'm getting booked for things that just I kind of sound like, you know what I mean? So,
Isn't it
but I
like-
am very excited for that main character role.
Yeah.
What about you?
There's a lot of things I'm actually proud of this year personally and business-wise. We saw a 41% increase in customers, so we profited a lot this year in Tanny Protectors. We expanded into different IPs with Japan, so yeah. And then we got into a bigger warehouse, which is nice. We're gonna actually expand more in the beginning of 2025 too, so super excited about that.
Let's go.
That's so
Thank
amazing.
you.
What about you?
I know. What about you?
Oh my God. Oh no. I didn't think about this. I was like, oh, I'm so excited
Of course
to
we're
hear your
gonna ask you the
answers.
same
Yeah.
question.
Oh no. I'm really proud of the martial arts project we made this year.
That was so good.
I was really proud with how it turned out. And we got to like premiere it in a theater with a bunch of fans and creators. And it was
Amazing.
so special. And I just think like I want to keep pushing in that direction. And it's really exciting to me.
I'm so curious what you're gonna come out. I know we got a little teaser about like your upcoming videos, but there has to be like so much pressure to do better and better and more and more and more. And I feel like the FBI thing is like putting it up there, right?
For
Oh,
sure.
it's so
But
up
also
there.
like I think what's interesting and like so beautiful about the internet is that sometimes there are episodes that I would never guess go perform well,
Like
do
which
really
one
well.
do you think?
So for example, we did a video where I worked a day in a 911 dispatch center. And honestly, we did that video because it was like coming out of the pandemic and like, okay, we can actually shoot this safely. So we shot it in one day. It was like very contained. And it became one of the best performing videos we've done because there are a lot of 911 dispatchers and a lot of people who have never thought about like what actually happens when you pick up the phone and dial 911.
Yeah.
And also like what a privilege it is that like if this building caught on fire, there's a number we can call and someone will be here relatively soon. I think like what's cool about the internet is it like keeps me on my toes that it's not always better cameras, bigger this, like more money thrown in. It's like what communities have not been represented yet and what stories have yet to be told and how can we find the biggest story in a person who's never been on camera before, like an everyday person who's working 911 dispatch and they're the hero of this story, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Please do. Challenge accepted. I go fossil hunting with an archaeologist.
Ooh.
Please. It's all over my entire TikTok feed is Marvel Rivals and fossil openings. Like they go digging for
Actually?
fossils. Yes,
that's
like,
so cool.
It's people to go out and they look for geodes and they break them open and it's always a mystery of what's inside.
Oh,
but
that's
like
so cool.
recently it's a bunch of like fossil hunters and they just go out into the wild and they just open up fossils. And it's so
that sounds
cool.
so cool.
Yeah.
There's like this little baby mammoth that they just found. Anyways, I feel like it'd be so cool to like see, you know, like the day in the life of an archaeologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Imagine.
I hope we find something if we
my
do.
gosh,
That would
I-
stress me out. See, we're back to anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, what if we go film and nothing happens?
Oh,
Oh my
true.
God.
Like what if you just don't find anything?
That's a thing, because like, okay, so the last episode we shot this year, coming out next year, sneak preview, is I tried anchoring the news. So I
Wait,
went
what?
I
God.
went to like San Diego News where, you know, Anchorman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
And I joined their team for a week, and one of the days was like, hey, you're going to be a field reporter. I'm like, well, it could be a nothing happens day. How do we know? And we're going out there, and it had been really windy. So, like, okay, maybe you go do a story on the winds. And as we're driving out, we get a call, and they're like, there's a wildfire. You've got to go.
Oh my God.
And like report live from the wildfire.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
oh my God. I'm literally in the car, like, Googling,
You went
how does
to
this
it?
work? Because I'm reporting on it. Like they called to me live from the station, and I'm like, "Hello, I'm Michelle Khare. I'm here on scene at the border fire where 175 firefighters are out there, and there's like smoke behind me. It was crazy."
Mika, what's the matter? Come here.
But
Come here. What's the matter? Sorry.
but it could have been like, "Hey, go cover the local kids talent show."
Oh,
that, you know?
yeah.
Oh my
like,
God.
It could
I
have
can't
been
believe
so
it was
boring.
a wildfire.
Yeah.
Imagine Garrett went out there, started the fire.
Oh my gosh.
I got you, wifey.
He's not an arsonist, but he has really good luck.
Oh my
Like
God.
it's really freaky.
really?
He's very good luck. Like he'll be the kind of person that someone will be like, "Man, I want a new phone," and he'll be like, "Oh, I found one on the street, like in a box." Like he's that kind of
That's
person.
incredible.
Oh, that is.
He's so lucky. I'm lucky to be associated
You should have
familially.
brought
Yeah.
him today.
I
Really?
know.
Yes.
Oh
you
my
should have
gosh.
brought
That
him.
would've been so
Okay,
fun.
well.
I feel like I need to be more aware of that. Like, tell our guests, like, bring your pets, bring your spouses, bring your kids, bring a family member, bring whoever. Miko, you want up? Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. He's an angsty boy. Okay, you same right there. Anyways, I feel like we could wrap this up.
Okay.
We've been yapping for good boy. We've been yapping for a while. Mika's here. He's a good boy. Do you have any pets?
I don't.
No.
Do you want
don't want
any?
So cute. I really want a dog. That'd be fun.
Are you too
I grew
busy
up with
for one?
chihuahuas, so I love the chihuahua over there. It's in
Oh,
the room
Benny.
with us.
I'm kind of
So
surprised he's
sweet.
been napping this whole time over there.
He is
Usually he's like
knocked out.
up
He's
and about.
usually over here, what's it called? Reverse sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing his little talent.
Mika's so well behaved.
He is very well behaved. He's just he's such a mama's boy. Like, as
Look
you
at that.
see. Like he just yes, I'm here. Yes, hello. He's like a little familiar. Just obsessed. He's a little too clingy, admittedly, but that's what happens when you have a pet and like through COVID, like they see you every single
Aw.
day
Oh,
and just
yeah.
never. Are you gonna sit like this? I feel like you're being so awkward
He
right
wants
now.
to mold into you
There
to
you-
be
oh,
one.
there you go.
He wants
Well, now
to-
you can't move forever.
know.
Yep, I'm stuck here. Who's gonna be here? All right,
Okay.
thank you so much, Michelle, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you
This
for
has
having me.
been so much fun. It's been such a pleasure hearing about your story and talking to you. I'm so excited for your future episodes. Be sure to
Thank you.
like, comment, subscribe on Michelle Khare's videos. Please, you have to watch them. They're truly unique, and it's such an incredible series, the Challenge Accepted series.
Thank you.
I love
Yeah.
it so much. But
And if you're here for
Yeah.
my community, obviously, please like and subscribe, press escape.
Thank you so
Because you guys are,
much.
have you hit 100,000 yet? Or you're very
maybe by the
close?
time this episode comes out,
I think so, maybe.
Okay.
maybe. I don't know.
We're
Do you
like-
think
what-
we're gonna hit it before the new year?
I-
No.
I don't know.
No.
What are we at right now?
Like 85.
Oh, we're
85.
15 away. 15K,
Tweet
right?
like twice and you'll be there.
Oh my God. Can
Tweet
you
twice.
Just be like, guys, help us get to 100K.
oh.
right?
We have some
I'm
plans
so
in the
scared for
works to
that.
try to
We're
help.
gonna book
We,
these babies.
yeah, we can have some
please.
special things planned. I mean, should we just talk about it now?
It'd already be out, yeah.
It already out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we do. We have. I mean, we haven't really designed it yet, right? We wanted to do something special for hitting 100,000 subscribers.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're launching a Patreon this weekend. And basically gonna be like everybody that subscribes to our channel between now and 100K will get something special sent to them. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, at first I thought you meant all of the 100K subscribers on YouTube. I was like,
I thought you guys were talking about us tasing each other.
Wait,
Oh.
you want 100,000
Something special, wait.
Patreon subscribers?
No.
So we are launching a Patreon, and this will be out by the time it's out.
Okay.
But like, we're just gonna have like a basic $3 tier for like BTS and stuff, and to help pay for her flights because she's moving to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be
Right.
flying
That's so
in
crazy, and you're gonna
all
be
the
surfing,
time.
right?
Yes, I'm gonna be surfing in the jungle, wild mushroom foraging. I'm really excited about that.
Oh my gosh, when I heard you talk about that, I was so inspired. I was like, that is so cool. Like, you're just doing it.
Thank
Yeah, she's
you.
just
So
doing
awesome.
it. I don't condone her behavior because
What
I'm
do you
so
mean?
I cannot believe I'm worried there's gonna be a day where she's like in the forest gathering mushrooms, and I'm gonna be like, Lisa, you need to do your 6-hour flight to our podcast.
Oh my
Hello?
God. It's not an inconvenience to me. I will get on a flight. I'll find a way there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll come to you sometime.
Listen,
yeah.
at the rate that your company's going, private jet by the end of 2025.
Oh my
That's what I was
gosh,
talking
can you
about, right?
God,
imagine?
imagine
No.
Lisa flying her own jet. That would be
Private
crazy.
jet podcast.
Right? That would be an amazing episode. Can you imagine?
That would be wild. Have you flown a plane?
I have not piloted a plane, but I've been in like a fighter jet. Yeah.
Ooh, what's that?
So
I try to pilot a plane.
you
oh my God.
When?
Commercial
saying-
plane.
No,
Wait.
I'm saying that's something she
Well,
could
well,
try.
You're like
Oh.
you're like on your plane to Hawaii, and then I'm like,
You're-
hello, it's Michelle. I'm your
Oh.
pilot for the day. You're like,
Okay.
get me off this plane.
that would be insane.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
bitch,
got
thought you
to fly in a fighter jet. We did the NASA one where you're doing like 5Gs. and-
Yeah, no, that
was
could
crazy.
not, could never, would never.
No.
Yeah.
I can't even do skydiving. Like I
Can't
Yeah.
either.
I just love being grounded. I love being comfortable.
Mhm.
We're so opposite.
We need to hang out more.
Oh
Yeah.
God, oh God. I like that you like to just do nothing. So
Yeah, I love doing
you know,
nothing.
just come over. We'll do nothing. We'll just watch TV.
literally.
But if you
Sounds
invite me to
great.
go like survive in the Amazon for 7 days, I'm gonna have to. I'm busy that day. Whatever day it is, I'm busy. Anyways, is there anything you wanted to share before we wrap up?
Oh my gosh.
Anything?
No, thank you so
Nothing?
much for having me. This is so awesome.
Yay!
Great to get to know you guys more.
Oh, okay. So we do this thing. I'm sure you know when we walk off, he shuts off the
Yeah, we
lights
walk
and
off.
stuff, and we're just gonna. I'm gonna put all of my. I turn into a shredder. I shred. I put this
We need
over
to
on the
start getting you
table.
paper just so you can do that.
I just like. There's something about this cardboard specifically that I really like. It's just like, there's one side that's smooth and the other side is
I
like.
see.
I have been making too much of a mess. Okay, let's skedaddle before I continue to get very distracted. Do you like it?
Yeah. I want to have a podcast now.
You
I'm
should.
surprised you don't. I feel like you have so much to talk about.
Would be interested in watching
You
that.
know what it is? You don't have a Samsung.
Oh, I mean,
I'm sure
I'm sure you can find one from the FBI.